Now for the main session of the today's club service, LinkedIn account for engineering students. For this, I would like to invite Mr. Sarvashri and Mr. Prathamesh for conducting the session.
Yeah, thank you, Sonu. Now we will start our session that is LinkedIn for engineering students. Next, today we will learn the four major parts about LinkedIn, build a competent profile, professional use of LinkedIn, the way forward. Next slide. So starting with about LinkedIn. So what is LinkedIn? The simple answer is that it's the world's largest professional network helping people to find and share opportunities every day. Next slide. There are 756 million users in more than 200 countries and territories in worldwide. Total number of monthly active LinkedIn users are more than 310 million. 40 million plus people use LinkedIn to search for jobs each week. Next slide. There are 57 million plus companies listed on LinkedIn. Next slide. 80% of people LinkedIn drive business decisions. There are more than 10,000 business to business software product packages on LinkedIn. So, LinkedIn is a top network for business to business content marketers for organic social marketing at 96%. More than 95% of recruiters use LinkedIn regularly. Next. So now we'll learn the 11 steps to build a competent LinkedIn profile. So these are the 11 steps. First is profile picture, cover picture, headline, summary, experience, education, license and certificate, volunteer experience, skill and endorsement, recommendation, accomplishment. Next slide. So here is the navigation bar, cover picture, profile picture, username, name, headline, your current location, experience, suggestion to connect. This is how your LinkedIn profile looks like. So now starting with your profile picture and name. So your profile is very important because of basis of your profile picture, people will not want to connect you and offer you business proposals or may offer you a job. Now if you don't have a profile picture or it's outdated, then you have to really work on that. Why do you need to have good profile picture? Well, first thing is that it's have to be a close-up look into the camera, smile, have a neutral background, and dress appropriately. Wearing minimum jewelry and accessories, and certainly no headwear, no sunglasses. These are the things to avoid in your profile picture. Like you see, the first two profile pictures will work on LinkedIn, but the other two are not really suitable for the LinkedIn. So name. You should be named in a formal background, like Bill Gates. All should be not in the capital. The first letter should be in the capital of the word. The next slide. So now the another thing that you want to also update is your background picture on LinkedIn because few people do that. And standard by default you have like this bluish background image, which is little bit boring. So you have to update that. And it's really easy and it's really help you to get an even more professional look on LinkedIn. Let me give an example of the picture. For instance, here an example of Bill Gates, which communicates that perfectly in a great background picture. So make it work for you. You can add images of associations or the specialization you are doing or the award that you earn. Next slide. The next thing you want to do is to look at your headline. Your headline is a piece of text that comes below your name. And your headline, you have to see that as a title of an ad. It's how you to know the draw the people into your profile and make them you want to read about more about you. Now, per default, LinkedIn uses a job title there. There's nothing wrong with that, but sometimes that can be little bit boring, like marketing assistants or studying in some college, so on. So there's a simple rule that we can enhance or make your title little bit better on LinkedIn, and that to use a job function or a company name, or most important is the keyword, and to add a little bit extra factors like a little bit more what you stand for, or it's something to get attention of you. Like example is here, talk about book, healthcare, sustainability, etc. Next slide. And the fourth thing you want to do is write a strong summary. The summary is a piece of text that you can find below with your title. In summary, you can explain what your skills are, what your strengths are. For instance, if you're a sales manager, then you can explain in your summary how you can help other people, how you can help business to grow, or what solution you can offer to them. You can use catchy opening statement, accomplished personality traits, and so on. Never to write summary in a bulky paragraph or a third person, and don't use emojis or hashtags in summary. And also in your summary, you can add your social proof. Now that is very strong. You can add links to your website or to a blog or a slide share, and you can even add YouTube videos there. Yeah. Next slide.
So now talking about the experience section in our LinkedIn profile. So this section is similar to the work experience section of our resume. Under this section, you can mention some of the keywords, short information about your corporate job, internships, the college or university you are studying in, some of that social, technical, clubs, or a sports team you are a part of. If you have multiple work experiences in multiple different fields, it is really worth adding. This can be done by clicking on the plus icon under this section, and a box something like this will appear on the LinkedIn platform so as to add the experience. So let's say I am associate software engineer at Microsoft. So under the title, I would write associate software engineer, and since it is my job, I would uh, click on the employment type as full time, and I'm working at Microsoft, so my company would be Microsoft, and so on and so forth. I would mention about the location when I started my job. So this is how you can add your experiences. Now moving on to the education section of our profile. So the information under this section, it is always to be mentioned in reverse chronological order. So by this I mean that the latest education should appear at the top, and all the other past education should follow that latest education. In this section you can mention about your schooling, HSC, diploma, college, your graduation, etc. So you have to fill in the details as shown or in this box. So suppose I am a computer science engineer bachelor's from Harvard University. So under the school I would mention here Harvard University, then degree as bachelor's, and further I would mention all other information like field of study, when I had started my education, and when it is supposed to end. And also if you have a good academic record, you can also mention your grades in here. Now, talking about the licenses and certification part, most of us like to go on extra mile and do some certification courses of their interest. So in this section, you can add those certifications or licenses. Also, you have to add the certificates or licenses in reverse chronological order with proper credentials. So, by credentials, I mean to say that it is a unique set of numbers mentioned over on your certificate which signifies its validity. So, you can see here, if you mention here the credential ID, uh, the LinkedIn platform may give the access of that certificate and give a proof of that certificate to a third person, whoever sees your profile. Now, talking about the volunteer experience, the information to be mentioned here is purely based on the practical on-site work an individual has done. So consider that I am a publicity manager for the mega event Impulse of Software. So what I can do is I can add here how much growth in registrations happened due to me, or what unique publicity ideas I had proposed. So similarly, you can also mention about any such past activity, be it technical, managerial, or social. Please note here that under the experience section that I mentioned before, you have to write about a responsibility or position. But here, under the volunteer experience, you have to mention about a practical work that you have done in any event or activity. Now, moving on to the skills and endorsement section, you can add the skills relevant to your field, some of the hobbies of yours. So, let's say that I am a computer science engineer and I have done some projects and courses related to Python and R programming. So you can mention those languages as skills over here. Also, if I have recently started to know about artificial intelligence, machine learning, data science, such kind of skills are also worth adding in here. But while adding the skills, you are also asked about the level of proficiency of that skill. That is, whether you have started it from a very early stage, or you have started it like uh, in the latest stage of yours, like whether you are novice, intermediate, or expert in that skill. Now, about the endorsements, you can request your project partner or a friend of yours to give a sort of approval on this platform that you really have that skill. So you and your friend suppose are working on a project for a duration of 1 month. So he knows that you really have a sort of skill that you have showcased over the LinkedIn. So you can request endorsement from him or her. So this was about the skills and endorsements. Moving on to the recommendation section, it is similar to taking a formal feedback about oneself. So you can request your professors, mentors, managers if you are doing a corporate job, etc. Remind them about a specific incident that you had excelled under their guidance, and try to request them to give a recommendation. So this section can really be impactful if you have strong connections and have a good track record. Now moving on to the last and 11th step of the profile building, that is accomplishments. So what you can add here? You can mention the honors, awards, some special achievements you have received. You can also add about any paper publications you have, or about the patents that you have filed or received. Like, let's take an example that I am a entrepreneur and I have recently started a startup, and also I have received a Young Entrepreneur Year award, and I have patented a product for my startup. So all these things I can mention under this section as a part of accomplishment. So this was a quick overview about the competent profile building related to LinkedIn. Now there are some resources that we will be presenting at the end of presentation, using which you can self-explore about profile building. Now let's talk about the professional use of LinkedIn. We'll be going through the 5 major applications, which are networking, webinars, internships, learning, and brand building.
So now network building. The first is update your status. Only one third of the people of LinkedIn visit the site every day, and another one third of the member visit the several network several times in a week. Individuals are getting more visibility because they are more active, and you can do the same. If you commit to stay active on the network, this will be suitable but powerful way to build influence with your network connections. And second is join an actively participate in LinkedIn groups. You have probably heard that recommendation before, but LinkedIn groups are one of the most active areas of the network, and the participation stats are quite compelling. Simply joining a group on LinkedIn won't get any more. You must jump into the new and popular conversation and add value as a member there. But be careful not to overcommit too many LinkedIn groups. Next slide. Build connections. One of the best thing you can focus on in growing, engaging your LinkedIn network is to always look for a connection opportunities. LinkedIn recently enhanced its people you may know feature. You can take advantage of this opportunity to review whom you know and send them personalized invitation to connect. Write them from the people you may know tab. What you share matters. What you share on LinkedIn does matters. This is what will define you as trusted authority within your industry and with your target markets. The key is to share news, articles, and insights that are relevant to your connections if you want to and grow the right audience. It's perfectly okay to share your content, but it's important to be considerate when you do so and potentially get your connections to engage with you. Next slide. Insightful webinar on LinkedIn. You might not know that it, but any given time there are many of free live events or webinars happening right on LinkedIn, and you can attend them as well. So you can go to the home page of a LinkedIn, then from the interest panel on the left rail, click drop down icon next to the events. Click on the name of the event, or you can see the ongoing live events. Click on that. You will be redirected to the event page, and then click join in the pop-up window that will appear open link, and you will be redirected to the live stream of that event. The benefits of attending webinars are gaining knowledge and upskilling. Webinars are great resources of information. As career counselors, you can understand industry trends, various career opportunities available for students, different way to help students in career journey, and a lot more. Yeah. Next slide.
So now, how to crack an internship or job using LinkedIn? So in the search bar, as you can see here, you can just type job, or let's say as shown here, an engineer, and you may get several job posts as shown here. So there are several filters that will appear. Like suppose let's say the experience level. If you have intermediate experience level and you are searching for that sort of job, you can update the filter as intermediate experience level. Or let's say you want to do an internship for a startup, so under the company filter you can select startup. And if you are doing an internship, if you want to do an internship or want to do a full-time job, you can choose a filter over under this heading or filter named job type. So using the correct filters, you will get the job offers or the job alerts related or relevant to you. But before that, you need to be well equipped or well aware about these 6 points. So the first is competent LinkedIn profile. As mentioned earlier, there are certain steps or certain various sections you need to keep on updating and keep on making them better and better. Also, you have to simultaneously grow on your network. Try to interact with your alumni, seniors, or entrepreneurs with in your industry. Also, try to showcase your expertise by posting consistently. Like suppose say you have done a project work, so you can post a LinkedIn post that saying that I have done this project, and some of the key learnings under this project are these. So this showcases your expertise. Also, one of the better ways is the keyword search. As I told, in the search bar you can just type in job, or suppose you want a job related to software engineer, you can put that keyword in there. So that will really help. Also, as mentioned before, join the relevant groups. There are various groups related to jobs and internship related info. So you can join those groups on LinkedIn. And most of us, they forget to update their job settings. So as shown here, under the profile settings, there is also a job setting. Uh, so you can update it to open to work setting. So this will help, or this will let the recruiters know that you are looking for an internship or a job. So this can be done. Then talking about the LinkedIn learning. So this is similar to the platforms like Coursera, Udemy, if you have heard of. These platforms help you take up some of the courses that you are interested in and help you to upskill. So if you want to try this out, you can just sign up for a free 1 month trial on LinkedIn by adding your payment credentials. Thereafter, LinkedIn offers you three good features under this. So the first one is unlimited access to the course content. There are expert instructors for the guidance, and you can learn as per your schedule. So these are some of the top 5 rated courses for the engineers under the LinkedIn learning platform. Now, quickly talking about the how to build a brand using LinkedIn. So in a nutshell, I would just say follow these 6 steps and your brand will be built efficiently on LinkedIn. So suppose you are a Photoshop expert and you want to sell your designs under your own brand. So you have to approach to such a people on LinkedIn who are willing to buy or are in search of buying the designs. So building a strong LinkedIn page and sharing the relevant post to your brand consistently will help you build a strong brand. So make use of LinkedIn analytics, or for long term you may also invest in LinkedIn advertising. So this was all about the use cases or the real time applications of LinkedIn. This platform has a lot of potential not only for the engineers but for every professional from different domains. To conclude, I would just say that be consistent on this platform as you are on other social medias, and always keep updating, keep learning about this platform. As mentioned earlier, here are some of the resources that you can use to self explore. You may just take a snapshot of this, and I'll make sure that this presentation, the PDF of it, reaches to you after the club service. Now, one last task for you is you can take a snapshot of this slide and just post this image on the LinkedIn. It can be your first post as well. Just take a snapshot of this image, upload it on the LinkedIn post, and mention your 3 key learnings in that post. Also, you may tag Softa's LinkedIn page, official LinkedIn page. So that's one task for you. Hope this session would have been helpful, especially for the first years and second years. So if you have any queries, you may either ask me or any of the Softa's main board members. So that's all from my side. Thank you. Back to the organizers.